Lachlan, let's talk about Stranger Things Season 4, Part 1. The first, how many episodes were there? 7 episodes of the
7?
season? 7, I
Yeah.
think so. All over an hour, a lot of them like 90 minutes long.
Yeah.
What did you think about it? I thought it was a bit of a return to form.
I agree. I don't agree with that second part though. I really
Mm-hmm.
did enjoy season 3.
You did?
I
Interesting.
personally, I think that the worst season so far has been season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Then it would go season 3, and then the best two, I would actually put season 1, and I'd actually put season 4 above season 1. I
Wow.
have
Okay.
found that I haven't watched season 1 in a while, so maybe just because I haven't seen it since, I'm just going off by memory, that I
Mm-hmm.
really did enjoy it. Obviously it's a bit smaller, but I just enjoyed the scale of this season so far, where
Mm-hmm.
there's not really previously I felt a bit claustrophobic with the amount of characters facing one opponent, where in this case you've got Hopper being saved, East Coast and East Coast, West Coast, California's
East Coast.
West
Yeah.
Coast, and then you've got wherever Hawkins is, you've got that there. So you've separated them, which is good because now it's not as claustrophobic, and there feels like there can be character arcs now with almost every character.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have that when every character is every 20 minutes coming back to the same room to re-evaluate the situation. You can't have as big of a character arc when they're all next to each other. So
Yeah.
separating characters obviously helps with emotional stuff, especially the relationship between Eleven and Mike, but also then it helps develop the relationship between Mike and, oh god, all the names are disappearing from my head now. Will, that's it. That's right, Will. But again, if they were all together again, I don't think you could have had this new romantic swing with Nancy.
And Steve, yeah.
I found that this season so far, everything has just been a fun little episode, no matter what. So I didn't dislike any of the episodes. I guess
Mm-hmm.
because I've had season 2 and I know what a bad episode can kind of look like, or at least a bad season. So I've enjoyed it, and I really wasn't wanting the greatest TV show ever. I just want something that's entertaining, and it delivered.
It delivers on that front that you can see that they spend a lot of money in it. I don't agree
Oh
with
yeah,
like
you
the
can see that they dumped
character.
heaps of money.
Yeah, especially in the Upside Down just being very CGI heavy. Although I'm not a fan of the look overall, if I'm being honest. I think they had a better look in season 1 and 2 for some reason. I don't know. I'm just not a fan of. Yeah, I think it's supposed to like they're going for that look, that very specific look. But I don't know. I think that you can see it in the Russian scenes that the money is going to places where it actually helps the story quite a bit. I think that whole,
Mm-hmm.
having them split also increases the budget just because of locations and stuff like that. I don't agree that you get to focus more on characters though, because I think in the first episode they introduced like 10 more named characters. And it does get crowded. There's also the guy, the friend of not Steve, but the other guy who's older,
Jonathan Argyle.
Jonathan. Um, his stoner friend. I've seen him in a few films before, like that actor. And he always plays the same guy, and he's always this annoying. And I don't think he's funny. So he's like the worst part of this season so far, I'd say.
I don't know if it's a true statement that was said, but I'm pretty sure that Millie Bobby Brown said that she wanted the next season to have characters killed off Game of Thrones style because
Yeah,
she feels like the ensemble has gotten too big, and I completely
yeah,
agree.
I
There's
agree.
too many fucking people.
They're also too safe. They're also too safe. I don't like that.
Oh yeah.
That I guess I guess spoilers for the rest of the review for Stranger Things. Time codes are below. That like they kill off that new blonde girl, and it's just like she's introduced just to be a red shirt and just be killed. And they do that
Yeah.
with a couple of
She's
characters,
this
and I
season's
feel
Barb.
like yeah, and I feel like why don't we get that with an actual lead character? They're just introducing new characters to kill them off.
The cardinal sin of TV shows or movies that you can't really kill off your main characters because
Yeah.
there's a whole group of fans that love that character more than anybody. So when that scene came along where Steve was being pulled down underwater, I was thinking this could be it for Steve.
Yeah.
He kind of discovered after that when they were in the Upside Down that Nancy's kind of got the fancy for him. But,
Nancy's got the
I really
fancy.
thought that, hey, this could be it for him. I would love to see.
Yeah.
And then it cut, and then I was like, okay, so he's alive.
It was a bit disappointing because the stakes never feel like that. Like obviously that other jock dude is probably gonna die. They already killed off another one of them. So it's like you just feel like they are safe. But I don't know. They're doing one more season after this. So I would like for them to do something that actually feels like that there's some like stakes to it, because even Hopper they didn't kill off. It's a bit of a mixed bag for me, and I'm also not a fan of having what feels like the fourth time 11 flashbacks. And I'm sorry, I just don't think Millie Bobby Brown is that good an actress. I'm not sold on anything. It's a difficult character to play because it's basically just her looking most of the time. But that whole like exaggerated bully plot was just it was just too much. So I think I like this season for especially the Russian side of things. I think that part of it is quite fun. The Lucas subplot, the Max subplot, I'm a fan of. Not a fan of the romance thing is also kind of all right. But yeah, there's some stuff that I
What do you
also
think
am
of
not the biggest fan.
I guess the mid season finale, the whole reveal?
It's funny that it's basically like a big mouth type of shame wizard that's just killing people.
Well, yeah, they gave that big reveal of who Vecna is, and I guess how the Upside Down began.
It's a weird franchise thing where it's like, well, obviously you can't just introduce new characters if you kind of defeated them all in the last season. So what do? Well, you take a step back and say, well, actually, the whole time he was the bad guy. I don't know. It's like writing to make sense of what's going on in the show. I don't think it's that interesting because again, I don't think the 11 plot is super interesting. What did you make of it?
Hey, I probably disliked it the most out of the whole season.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit of a, and then this, and then this, and then this. But I mean,
Yeah.
hey, they're gonna have to stretch it to get a villain. I don't care, but it is probably, in my opinion, the weakest part of the episode or of the season so far. But in
Mhm.
saying that, to link up to what you said earlier with the look of the Upside Down, I feel like the Upside Down had that better feel in season one because it was more mysterious, but they've kept going
Mm.
back and back to it, so it's lost that kind of
Yeah.
mysterious realm kind of thing. But at the
Mhm.
same time, number one has been in there for the entire time, and it kind of seemed like the Upside Down wasn't alive back then. Where now, as Vecna, everything is interlinked, and he's kind of brought life back into the world because, as
Interlinked.
he said, he wanted to reshape the world. Interlinked. um,
Mm.
he wanted to bring and reshape the world in his own vision. So he's got this entire world now that he can reshape and make his own. So I guess the Upside Down now has a bit more life to it with the
Mhm.
thunder and the lightning and all that jazz. Uh, but
Yeah.
hey, I do agree. It's lost its mysterious charm to it, and I really liked the first couple episodes of Stranger Things because you didn't see the big bad, uh, and that's what kept the suspense for so long in those first
Mhm.
couple episodes. So I want them to go back to that in a way to bring back that horror aspect, whereas I
Yeah.
guess it's turned into more of a thriller.
It
So
has, yeah.
hey, I don't care. Who cares? What? Who
Who
the fuck
cares?
cares?
Let's
It's
have
just
some
a
fun.
TV show.
Let's have yeah.
Who cares?
I
Netflix
think
is
it's
canning it anyway. Netflix is counting the next six set seasons. They were gonna we're gonna do another 7 seasons, and now we're just gonna do one. So
that's a good argument to make because I think it's that type of show where it's like you don't have to think about it too much. You can dislike certain subplots, but it's like not trying to be this big thing. It is just murder mystery type of stuff with teenagers.
yeah,
But I think that's it for our thoughts on the first part of season 4, and the show will be back in about a month for the second half of season 4.